Janine Macklin here, transformational speaker, wealth guide, and catalyst. Just gonna hop on here. I didn't come on yesterday because post and boost my last recording. Evidently, there's something about what I say might impact or influence a election or something. And so the last one that I did about the long game, that this is going to be a long process. It's not going to be like Bewitched if you grew up with Samantha and it is done. Matter of fact, it almost seems like it's mushroom. I'm like, Juneteenth was Juneteenth one day, and now Juneteenth is a whole weekend celebration. So I was trying to make some sense of what I wanted to do about that. They want my driver's license, they want my phone number, they want to check and see what state I live in, which shouldn't be that hard to find. We live in a world where they can track and find out anything they want to know on us. So I was going through that yesterday, so I missed you. But today, I just wanted to acknowledge that it's Saturday, and it seems like people are celebrating Juneteenth for the weekend. More importantly, I think for all of us, not so much that, I know it represents the actual official day, 2 years later after slaves could have left. But for us, even right now, what does freedom look like for us in the world we live in? What do we need to feel like we are free? And more importantly, I want us to focus inward because I think it's the internal freedom we have to really look at. Where we're shackled to limiting thoughts and beliefs, where we're shackled to our fear, where we're shackled to our worry, our sense of not being good enough, where we're shackled to the racist comments and thoughts that we've had for years and years. Any of that old stuff that no longer serves us, that we're shackled to, how do we get freedom from that? And it may be just conversations we say to ourselves, the things, how we judge ourselves, how we criticize ourselves. Because if we do it to ourselves, that's why you're important. That's why we are important. If we do it to ourselves, it only makes sense we're going to do it to someone else, to our friends, to our kids, to our neighbors, and then to people we don't know. So if we start to look internally at how do we gain greater freedom inside ourselves to really truly show up in that freedom, in our conversations with others and in our interactions with others. But first, it starts with our own internal freedom, being clear what that is, what that looks like for us, what does that feel like for us. And then as we're clear about what that looks like and feels like for us, we can begin to have some empathy about what that may look like and feel like for others who may or may not feel that same level of freedom or that same level of acceptance. So that's all I'm going to say today. I'm still going back on here with Facebook, and I haven't decided if I'm giving them my driver's license or not. I'm sure it's no big deal. Anybody can get my driver's license, go to DMV. The only thing about it is I don't know how to reach Facebook, and I don't know if it's actually them or if somebody else is asking for it. It just seems kind of interesting. And I don't see what was wrong with that post. If you're going through a divorce, if you're in a marriage that you want to last, if you have to deal with cancer, prostate, breast cancer, lung cancer, it's a long haul. I've gone through it all. When my mom had multiple myeloma, my dad had lung cancer, my uncle had prostate cancer. So I know it's a process. It's years and years and years of going through that, but you hang in there till you get the results you want. And that's all I was saying is we're in a long game. This isn't going to be over with next week. There's so much confusion that's being created in the world. All I can do is really be in prayer and hold a space for peace and stillness. I saw something today where the person who's not in charge is saying he's going to postpone the election. I mean, there's just so much going on to have to try and keep track of, stay on top of, be aware of. So we have to just dig our feet in. And I said, I think yesterday or that day, send your energy down into the earth and get yourself anchored in Mother Earth. She will keep you anchored so you're not willy-nilly going all over the place with all your emotions and feelings about what's happening. And send your energy up into the universe and anchor yourself in that which is infinite and forever, as we would say. And allow those two to keep you centered and anchored as we go through this process. So I don't know what Facebook got so upset about, but it's still true. It's going to be a long process. The election is in November. There may have been primaries this June. So we're talking about June. I guess that's where I'm getting in trouble. Huh? I'm already talking about elections and stuff. June, July, August, September, October, November. We have 6 months to go just to get to our election. So already we know it's not going to be over with. We don't have a virus and we don't have one slated until maybe January, February of 2021. what did I say? We are in it on a long haul. It's like if you're driving from California to New York, it's going to take time. It's going to be uncomfortable. There will be moments of happiness and sadness and joy and confusion. But we can still stay anchored in a power bigger and greater than us. We can still stay anchored in the awareness that that is always available to us and an option for us. Good morning. We can still stay anchored in God, in all of it. We can. So the same thing that we use to go through those difficult situations with our health, with our relationships, those are the muscles I want you to pull on now. I want you to strengthen those muscles, just like you would if you were working out. We're strengthening those muscles right now for the long game, to hold on to our sense of oneness, our sense of power, our sense of value, our sense of purpose. When I say our, I'm talking about all of us. I'm not just talking about black folks. Our sense of purpose. Is that my guy? To hold on to all of that as we go through this process. And simply know that, okay, hold on. Simply know that we are still moving toward what we say we want to see for our life, what we say we want for the planet, for our communities, for our neighbors next door. We still want that. But we've got to hold on to whatever the vision is for the whole time. So I'm not sure what about that bothered Facebook. But nonetheless, I guess I'll be a little mindful. And I guess I'll go ahead and maybe give them my driver's license and my phone number. And then we'll go from there, huh? Good morning. That's my neighbor who's been walking almost the 13 years I've been here. So how are you doing? How was your Juneteenth day? I opened up something on my computer and there are marches and protests and bike rides and everything this entire weekend for Juneteenth. It's just amazing to me what's happening. I think I saw, God, was it one of the actors that said something to the person not in charge right now about thank you for making Juneteenth famous. I mean, I see Juneteenth everywhere. I look at Giggle sends it to me. My yoga studio had it in there. I'm like, it's everywhere. So anyway, how are you doing? How was your celebration? Not so much around the freedom of slavery and slaves then, but even now, the internal freedom that we all need to claim. Because it starts within us. And as we shift it within in our own personal freedoms, we exude that outward. So what's going on? So we're starting the challenge this coming Monday. Hopefully the link is below for you to join us. It is the 5-day Create My Wealth Plan Challenge. The weeks or so leading up to the challenge, though, I'm inviting women to join me in a powerful, powerful conversation called The Money Taboo. Girls Talk. And it's a series of talks of women sharing with us their money journeys. Because one of the things that I realize is when we're down with our money, when we're down in situations that we don't know what to do, we don't have anyone to call. How many of you have confidants that you call and talk to say, you know, I'm in $10,000 worth of credit card debt. How do you suggest I get out of it? Or I'm looking to maximize my 401k or my IRA. What do I do? Or my score is low and what do I do? Or what kind of decision should I make regarding having an extra $5,000? We don't talk about money. How do you get equality at work if you don't know what another woman's salary is so that you can see where you range and then what you need to ask for? How do entrepreneurs build their business if we won't talk about money? Men talk about money, but there's so many articles and conversations about the fact that women will not talk about money. We don't have money confidence. We don't have the money skills that we need. So before I got to let's create your financial, well, not necessarily your financial wealth plan, but your wealth plan, let's get together and talk about money and our issues with money so we can get our freedom from hiding ourselves, thinking, oh my God, I'm so bad. I did some terrible things and I had to file for bankruptcy. I've got a low credit score. Baby girl, we all have probably been there to one degree or another. And if we haven't, then they can help us understand even more how to stay out of those circumstances and situations. So I will be inviting all of you to join in on those conversations. They should be fun. I've got some incredible women coming to join us. See if I can remember everybody. Marcia Pruitt, but it's Marcia Pruitt Coleman, who is a millionaire real estate agent. I have her coming to talk about her journey. Dr. Lisa Lewis, holistic doctor in New Jersey, is coming to talk about her journey. A friend of mine, yes, actress Kim Coles is coming to talk about her journey. And then one more woman, Amy Westbrook. We were together at the Gladiators with Lisa Nichols. I have to compete with the birds or the crows. And she's going to be coming. And it's really about transparency, about us radically taking action steps to empower ourselves when it comes to money and ideas about money, how we handle money, to let go of the shame, to let go of the stress, and to let go of the silence. Men talk about money and keep on going. Well, it's time for us to be able to do that as well, so we know what we need to do, what the strategies are, what the language is, prepare our kids for savings, prepare our kids for emergency funds and retirements, and prepare our kids for a legacy, and begin to start to have those conversations. So hopefully you will hear this. Hopefully I'll be able to boost this post and Facebook won't have a problem with it. And if not, then come back to the page. All the information will be there. It'll simply say 5 days. Create my wealth plan challenge. And I'm inviting every single woman on the planet of the earth who hears this and want to be in conversation to join us. For now, take good care. Hey, Ernessa, I'm heading out. But I'm doing the 5-day wealth challenge starting on Monday. You may want to be a part of it. You may want some women in your community to join. We're going to be talking about our favorite subject, money. How we hide, how we earn shame, how we're in silence about money, and how do we build our businesses if we're not willing to talk about money. So I'm creating a private group for just us women to come in and be transparent and honest and say where we are, where we want to be, and how we're going to help each other get there. So it's the 5-day Create My Wealth Plan Challenge. You'll see information below. I trust you're doing pretty good in Chicago, my dear. Take good care. I'm out of here. Facebook's giving me a hard time. I'm waiting to see what they're going to do with this message today. Bye for now.